FINED. Trump gets his biggest gag order sanction yet in NY fraud case. The consequences are growing more serious, but the defendant seems unable to comply with the gag order. Judge Arthur Engoron has fined Donald Trump another $10,000 for yet another perceived attack on his staff, even though Trump is denying everything. The judge found Trump's denials not credible, but chose to simply give a steeper fine than for the previous violation of the gag order, rather than impose jail time, at least for now. Trump and his attorneys claimed that this attack, describing the person sitting alongside of Judge Engoron as perhaps even more partisan than he is, was aimed at the witness, Michael Cohen, not at the judge's clerk, Allison Greenfield. However, Greenfield does sit close to the judge in the courtroom, while a witness sits further away. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than. Furthermore, Trump's attorney, Alina Habba, had already made a courtroom comment that seemed directed at the clerk, complaining of an unnamed individual of rolling their eyes during her questioning. Reporter Adam Klasfeld shared from the courtroom. While she didn't name names, she mentioned her own time as a law clerk, making her implication a little more direct. Before breaking for lunch, Engoron had asked Trump's attorneys why such a blatant, dangerous disobeyal of his order shouldn't be met with serious consequences, and Chris Kise claimed Trump was talking about Cohen. Upon return, Engoron made Trump take the stand, and swore him in. Midas Touch reports. The judge put Trump under oath and asked him who he was referring to when he talked about he person sitting alongside, the judge being even more biased than him. During the break, Trump refused to answer reporters' questions about who he was referring to, only saying he didn't violate the order. Clip below. On the stand, though, he assured the judge he was talking about Cohen. Will this change Trump's behavior and halt the attacks? It seems unlikely. CNN's Hugo Lowell shared a comment he received from a spokesperson for Trump, blaming Attorney General Letitia James, President Joe Biden, and the judge, who they implied only enforced the rule for partisan reasons, described the ruling as election interference, and promised it would fail. You can see the Trump spokesperson's response below. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than. Here's Trump making the relevant comments. Trump won't say who he meant when he said the person sitting by Engoron was very partisan. If Trump is able to refrain from directly making comments on the witnesses and court employees himself, you can expect his to start using surrogates instead to relay his attacks and to protect himself from further sanctions under the gag order, in the same way he used spokespeople on Twitter after he was banned from that social media platform. More from Occupy Democrats. Cornered. Trump desperately tries to walk back Israel comments. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than. Stephanie Basil. Steph Basil is a newswriter who covers politics and theocracy, always aiming for a world free from extremism and authoritarianism. Follow Steph on Twitter at I'mJustOsteph. Sign up for all of her stories to be delivered to your inbox here. Latest posts.